Hey everybody, it's Road Pickle Steve. Yeah, today we got a project to work on, and we're actually camped up in San Bernardino National Forest up in the mountains above Southern California. Um, Nice day out today. Probably a good day to do something on the outside of the trailer. Yeah, so what we got going on is our propane regulator. Um, so the propane regulator on here is the stock unit that came with the trailer, and it's about, well, we've lived in this trailer for a little over 2.5 years, so it's 2.5 years old. And it's just not, it's just giving us trouble. It's getting really sticky. Propane has difficulty getting out of the tank and and passing through the regulator. So oftentimes we'll see the flame go out on our stovetop. I'll come out to the propane tanks and, I'll unhook a propane tank thinking that it's empty, but it actually feels like there's still maybe, half a tank propane left in it. And this guy just, I think, is giving up the ghost. One of the other problems is that this little window here, right now it's clear, but when the tank is actually empty, or when I have both tanks removed, this still shows clear. It's supposed to show red, right? It just doesn't show red anymore. I think, normally these things are supposed to last you several years, but I think one of the reasons why this has failed on me is because I've been making the mistake of letting the propane run while I'm towing. And that's been a long-standing debate with RVers. Do you let the propane run and keep your refrigerator going, or do you just shut this whole thing off while you're towing? And I think what happens is when you're towing down the road, you get a lot of bumps, and the propane in here is sloshing around a lot. And so I think what happens is when the propane sloshing around and the pressure in the tank, it draws some of the liquid propane out into this tube and into the regulator, and that liquid propane is basically hosing up the regulator. So, the regulator is only designed for vapor. So that being said, moving forward, I'm just going to always make sure that these guys are turned off, just to protect the regulator. But I went ahead, and so I got some parts over here. I don't know if you can see that in the shade, but so I bought a new regulator, and I got this off of Amazon. And the reason why I didn't buy the same regulator again is because I noticed that this one's actually made in the USA. It's made by a company called Marsh. They're based out of Michigan. And it's actually you can kind of see the label. It's the MEGR 253. This is actually the 253H, which is H for high flow. It's supposed to, it doesn't create higher pressure in the lines. It just the regulator allows the pressure to stay constant despite running, all your propane appliances at the same time. And so I decided to try that. The regulator doesn't come with the mounting bracket, so I had to buy the mounting bracket separately. And interestingly, the mounting bracket doesn't come with any screws. So I went ahead and just bought a little box of screws. Now, the holes in the back of this thing are not, they're not threaded. So I went and bought some self-tapping screws. Looks like these are about maybe 3/4 of an inch deep. So I bought 1/2-inch screws, some number 10 self-tapping screws. And I also bought some new pigtails. I should have taken them out of the box to show you. I've only got one hand right now. But what I bought are the steel braided lines. Of course, these are just the rubber lines. But I figure the steel braided ones should help a little bit, at least maintaining the pressure from the tank to the regulator. And should be a pretty straightforward installation. And I'm going to go ahead and unwrap all this stuff, unbox it, and then I'll come back. Alrighty, so we got everything unboxed. Here's our beautiful new regulator. Feels pretty heavy, looks pretty good. The new pigtails. These actually have little gauges on them. They're pretty cool. These are 15-inch pigtails. I'm not sure what the lengths are on the stalkers, probably like 12. But the company Shine Star, which provides the pigtails, they actually threw in this little roll of Teflon tape, white tape, for the pipe threads, which is cool because I was just thinking, should I get tape or pipe dope or what? And we'll just go ahead and use the tape since they sent it to me. And of course, our bracket, and it's actually Marshall Excelsior who makes the regulator. In case you're interested, there's MarshallExcelsior.com, and of course all the specifications. So here's the actual the ratings on this stuff. So of course I got the H right here, and all that good stuff. All right, let's get going, and I'm gonna start unhooking some stuff. All right, so we got the new regulator on there. Got the new pigtails on there. I'm glad I got the longer pigtails because you know, these pigtails have a tendency of curling in a natural way. And so when I got this thing tightened in there, it's tightened in at a point where it's curled the opposite direction of where it needs to be. But having enough length, you know, allows you to give you that margin. I think I said these are 15-inch. The mounting bracket, you know, bolted it in, or not bolted, but screwed in to the back just fine. It wasn't much effort at all, no drilling required. Just put the screw in there and start tightening down. So we'll go ahead and turn on this propane. And then I'm going to go inside and see what happens. Now I've got this set to where it's on automatic. But I'm just going to go ahead and switch it over to this tank. And we'll go inside and check it out. Yeah, there we go. Pretty good looking blue flame. We got some orange popping in there. You know, part of that's because over the last couple of years, we've had to clean our cooktop. And when you clean it, you end up getting a little bit of debris inside the little holes. But now what you want is that blue flame. So yeah, we got propane going. All right, so the last thing I want to do is just go back out to the regulator and spray a little soapy water on there, make sure we don't have any leaks going, and I think we'll be done. All right, everyone, so I just sprayed some soapy solution on the connectors, and I'm not seeing any leaks, so we're good. I'll go ahead and put in the Amazon part numbers in the description, and if you're interested to try the same parts out, you'll be able to. Hopefully this guy will give us several more years of life at least. But otherwise, this has been Road Pickle Steve. We'll see you later. Over and out.